Welcome back, continuing the news. 64-year-old Moravian pastor Rupert Clark is facing an additional charge following his appearance in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court today. Mr. Clark has been charged with a second account of having sex with a person under 16 years old. This is in connection with a case involving the girl who is now 17. The St. Elizabeth police previously charged the pastor of the Manchester-based Nazareth Moravian Church after he was reportedly caught having sex with a 15-year-old girl in Austin, St. Elizabeth in December. TVJ News understands that the new charge stems from an investigation into his alleged relationship with the first victim's sister. Mr. Clark, who was out on bail for the first charge, was offered $800,000 bail today. He is to return to court on March 8.
Dancehall entertainer Alkaline was released from custody a few hours ago. Alkaline, whose given name is Erlan Bartley, was released without charge. He was taken into custody last Thursday after he reported to the police for questioning in connection with a murder. The release was secured by his lawyer, Peter Champagny, who went to the St. Andrew Parish Court on Monday to ask a judge to direct the police to charge the entertainer or release him. The police, on releasing him from the Hunts Bay lockup where he was being held, admitted to not having enough evidence to charge him.
The Haitian, who is accused of attacking his wife in Mount Pito in Hanover this morning and severed her hands, is now in custody. He was captured this afternoon in Moy Hall, St. James. His wife is still undergoing surgery as doctors attempt to reattach her hands. TVJ's Dara Smith reports.
Residents of the rural community of Mount Pito in shock Monday morning after the violence which has been affecting women and children across the country was now at their doorsteps. One of their neighbors was viciously chopped by her husband, resulting in her hands being severed. TVJ News was told that the woman was attacked while walking on her way to work shortly after 7 o'clock.
This morning, you go to work. So me up my house and me ask if you go. She left before me. By the time we hear it ball, say, yes, and attack. It was Justin, in the name, attack her. So by the time we run off, me not see her. We reach out by the road, me see one hand in the road. Let me go to the crossroad, me see her lay down by the bank side. Say, it boy chop off me into one and chop him in the back.
The woman was rushed to hospital. Not long after, the police came searching for the hands. They quickly took the severed parts to the hospital in an attempt to have them reattached. The residents told TVJ News that they knew something was not quite right from Sunday night when they heard dogs barking in the community. They theorized that the woman's husband came in the area, slept in this house in an effort to ambush her this morning while she was on her way to work. It's reported that the husband, who is of Haitian descent, came to Jamaica for work and they got married. That was about a year ago. But according to her neighbors, since then, the couple has been having marital problems and had recently separated. The woman's mother told TVJ News that her daughter has been receiving threats via her cell phone but had not been taking them seriously. Despite neighbors encouraging her to report the matter to the police, she did not.
They threaten me, girl. They send a voicemail for him saying go kill him. If you don't catch him, go kill the youth. Go a youth for youth at school and kill him. So me I tell the girl, say, yo, you have a report now. He might not feel himself now, he come like a boy now do nothing. They take it like you take it for a joke. So me tell him, say, yo, if you go report it, you go ball. And I see him thing happen this morning about 4 minutes in front of me. She there. When she happen, when that happen.
Dara Smith, TVJ News.
There are more concerns from students of the University of the West Indies, Monash, this evening about how they are being treated on the new halls of residence. There has been growing unease on the UWI campus about the university's private-public partnership arrangement with a private housing developer. Recently, the Guild of Students hosted a town hall meeting with the university's principal to answer several questions about the university's arrangement with the developer, 138 Student Living. But many students left the town hall even more disgruntled. TVJ's Giovanni Dennis has a primetime news follow-up.
From contractual requirements, privacy on the new halls and guild advocacy or the lack thereof, a number of students at Jamaica's largest tertiary institution, the UWI Mona, expressed their displeasure about the university's arrangement with 138 Student Living at a town hall meeting at the university. We were not allowed to record the meeting, but students expressed several concerns. The 51-week year-long contract that students are still required to sign to live on the Leslie Robinson Hall, a clause that the principal told TVJ News was changed.
That was the case, but we have changed that. We have changed it. The students no longer are forced into a 51-week. We changed that quickly.
But on Thursday, the principal conceded that it is still a requirement and that he thought 138 had changed that clause. He assured students that the school administration will have the clause changed. The same assurance was given 2 years ago. Philip Yap, one of the first students to live on the new hall, showed us a petition signed by more than 240 students who lived on the hall from as far back as December 2015. He says the majority of the overseas students at the time had also signed the petition, pleading with UWI to change the arrangements with 138.
A lot of what is happening now in the media is not the first that the university has heard about it. From the inception of the hall in 2015, the first set of students, which includes myself, came up with a petition to challenge the contract year, which was a 51-week contract, even though school is for 9 months, and to also challenge the cost of rent, which was then 47,000 and change.
Other students expressed concern about privacy.
Privacy is the main one for me because I was in my room sleeping one day and one of the 138 workers, she just opened the door and she came right in, and then when she saw me on the bed, she went back out and said that to someone like, oh, I didn't know someone was in there, and then she knocked after. And I'm saying that if I have a room, I should be able to have privacy there. So if you're coming to my room, the courtesy is for you to knock, and she didn't do that. They just have the right to just barge into your room. And I'm saying, if I was undressed or something, what would have happened then?
In response, the principal said students should report the issue to the Hall Student Services Manager and then Campus Services Manager and then the Deputy Principal if they feel the matter isn't resolved. We asked if they were satisfied with what the principal had said during the town hall.
So the questions are being asked, but he's going around the questions. He's not answering the questions directly.
Several students were very critical of the Guild of Students.
I understand it has to be a partnership between the university and the guild, but what I've realized even while I serve is that when issues are raised, you will be given a nice sugar-coated answer, right, to soothe you and calm you down at the moment. If you allow that to happen, right, and not take action, even when you are given certain sugar-coated answers, you're going to land in a position that we are today where the guild is seen as a mere extension of administration.
But the guild president insisted that they are fighting for students, while the principal said the arrangements will benefit students in the long run. Giovanni Dennis, TVJ News.
At least 3 business operators at number 51 Waltham Park Road in Kingston are this evening counting their losses after an early morning fire gutted their businesses. An auto shop, a furniture store and a garage were destroyed during the blaze. Inspector Victor Henry of the St Andrews South Division said the fire started about 5:30. He said the fire brigade was summoned after smoke was seen coming from a building known to house iron, tire lubricants and other flammable material.
Units from Rollington Town, Spanish Town, York Park, Tree, under the supervision of Assistant Superintendent Tennant, assisted in putting out the blaze. It caused some chaos and confusion in regards to the traffic, because traffic had to be diverted onto Tobias Road, coming from the west side of Waltham Park Road, and from the east side, traffic is being diverted onto the Aguilar Road.
Up to late morning, the fire brigade was still conducting cooling down operations. A front-end loader was called in to remove the debris. There were no reports of injuries.
Good news for St. Michael's Primary School on Tower Street in Kingston. We paid them a visit last year and the school was lacking in many areas. But these days things are looking up, not to mention the grades. Kirk Wright has more in this week's edition of A Ray of Hope.
A Ray of Hope is brought to you by Courts.
Get Courts protection in the event of redundancy, accident, flood or theft.
There is much more to the St. Michael's Primary School than the fresh look it now displays compared to when we first visited last year. The school is better equipped to teach and the physical environment is far more conducive to learning.
I'm sure you have seen our new gate. That's a big plus because now we are actually on the front. Other times we were known to be around the back, but with the new gate now we are actually on the front. We have had our rooms upgraded. We have lunchroom, new canteen, bathrooms for the kids, bathroom for the staff members, enrichment room. All classrooms have their own entrances now, doors enclosed. Everything is immaculate. The schoolyard is paved.
The students seem to be